My good buddy old pal Gray Whatsit just put out some really interesting observations in a video titled Ambition is Evil, Warriors and Aspiration. She talks about how ambition is often portrayed in the series as an inherently bad thing, but then notes how it falls across a scale of good and evil. Think of this video here as a complementary perspective on this topic. Ambition in a neutral sense doesn't need to imply any malicious intent. For example, one may have an ambition like Hollyleaf to be the best, most righteous warrior possible. Such an ambition is not only patently good, but in fact blessed. Matthew chapter 5 verse 6 states, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." So it would certainly be a mistake to portray ambition as a wholly negative enterprise. However, and this is what I believe series like Warriors are getting at, ambition is susceptible to prideful corruption. What I mean is that through pride, our ambition turns into something nasty, selfish, and brute. The prolific theologian Augustine once wrote, "It was pride that changed angels into devils. It is humility that makes men as angels." The most prolific symbol of this in Warriors is no doubt the character of Tigerstar, a once dashing and intrepid warrior turned ruthless and spiteful tyrant, an utter slave to his own prideful depravity who would just as well destroy a world he couldn't rule himself. This here is a crucial dichotomy between good ambition and bad ambition. I'll use this as a foundation block for my upcoming video on Broken Star and Napoleon. Even supposedly good ambitions corrupt both the man and idea when driven by pride. Napoleon has a quote that perfectly sums up this rather bipolar state. "I found the crown of France lying in the gutter, and I picked it up with my sword." Whatever merit the savior of France may warrant is tainted, perhaps wholly undone, by his unabashed ego and rapacious ambition. The aforementioned Hollyleaf too falls into this folly. I've noted this in a previous video. Hollyleaf's ambition to serve her clan is also corrupted from the very beginning. More than just a sense of duty or righteousness, her ambition and strict adherence to the warrior code is done with the hope, nay, even the expectation that she'll be considered important by her clanmates for her trouble. Again, a righteous ambition is corrupted by pride. You may be wondering why I keep mentioning pride in conjunction with this fall from righteousness. Well, I'd like to propose to you that pride is what begets all evil. In C.S. Lewis's famous work, The Problem of Pain, he states, "This sin has been described by St. Augustine as the result of pride, of the movement whereby a creature, that is, an essentially dependent being whose principle of existence lies not in itself but in another, tries to set up on its own, to exist for itself. It is the fall in every individual life, and in each day of each individual life, the basic sin behind all particular sins. At this very moment, you and I are either committing it, or about to commit it, or repenting it. For example, a lover, in obedience to a quite uncalculating impulse, which may be full of goodwill as well as of desire, and need not be forgotten of God, embraces his beloved and then quite innocently experiences a thrill of sexual pleasure. But the second embrace may have that pleasure in view, may be a means to an end, may be the first downward step towards the state of regarding a fellow creature as a thing, as a machine to be used for his pleasure. Thus the bloom of innocence, the element of obedience and the readiness to take what comes, is rubbed off every activity. So let's apply this idea to the world of warriors, specifically Hollyleaf. Hollyleaf may at times pursue righteousness for its goodness, its intrinsic value. However, she ultimately falls into pursuing righteousness for its rewards. The feeling, the respect, and the status. It's a sense of pride and accomplishment for her. She's so invested in this that it kind of superficially shapes her identity. When she finds out the scandalous truth that Leafpool is her mother, this entire identity that she's developed is shattered, sending her spiraling out of control, her self-prescribed existential meaning utterly destroyed. This profound fallout from Squirrelflight's confession, the Power of Three's seminal moment, is what makes it my second favorite arc of the series. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Fiction reveals truth that reality obscures. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." It's things like this that really make Warriors a thoughtful series, one I believe is worth reflecting on. I think it's really easy, especially in this age of social media, to fall into this pattern of acting like living tabloids, who care more about the drama and rightness of what we say than the actual people we may be talking about. It's well to be wary of pride overriding our own righteous ambitions and our quest for fraternity with all of our human brothers and sisters.